Hi, I'm Crab Syntax, and I want to help you get out of the Rainbow Six Siege slump. Anyone who's played Siege for long enough has hit a slump at one time or another. You can't get any kills, everyone seems to have your number, and you just can't catch a break. I'm sure most Siege players know what I'm talking about. In fact, you might be in the midst of one right now, and that's why you're watching this video. So let me start by saying there are two types of slumps. The bad luck temporary ones that only last a day or so and are just a bad roll of the dice. I swear whenever you launch the game, there's some behind the scenes code that does this. Anyway, sometimes it's just not your day. The other type of slump is the one that lasts. It's incredibly frustrating, and every time you think you've gotten out of it, it comes right back around to beat you down again. There could be a couple of reasons for it, but the most likely reason is that you've done well enough in the game that you've reached your current skill cap. The game gives you a matchmaking rating, or MMR, even in casual, and if you're in a slump, it's likely that your MMR has hit a peak. If you were doing well, but now the game just seems impossible for you, it's likely because you're now playing with people at or around your skill level. Now, MMR doesn't exactly measure your skill level per se, but as it rises, you'll likely be matched with people closer to your skill level, and games and opponents will definitely get tougher. So this is how it goes. You play for a while, your MMR goes up until you start pairing with people at your skill level or better. This is where your slump begins, and you start to do poorly and lose matches for a while. Your MMR goes down and you think the slump is over, and then your MMR goes up again and you're back in the slump. You're teetering at the peak of your skill level, at least your current skill level. So now you know why this is happening to you, and now you have a choice to make. You can choose to accept your current skill level and try to enjoy the game the way it is and just try to have fun with it. Or you could try to punch through your current skill cap, get out of the slump, and reach a new higher skill level. I got 3 ways for you to try and do that.
Remember folks, efficiency is clever laziness.
The good news for you is you've already started on this because you're here watching this video. A good way to get out of a slump is to learn new stuff and increase your knowledge of the game. Get online and watch videos. There's a plethora of videos on YouTube with advice and tidbits about Siege. Ways to improve at attacking, defending, roaming, anchoring. Go watch as many as you can. YouTubers like Varsity Gaming, Coconut Bra, Pac-Man Down Under, they all have excellent content, and I myself have learned really useful stuff from them. Another great YouTuber is Reaper Ian, who breaks down Pro League games and strategies and makes really interesting content. I'll link their channels in the description. Another great place to find help and tips is the subreddit Siege Academy, where the community is always sharing helpful content. The more knowledge and more information you have, the better your chances will be of getting out of your slump. You don't want to be all aim, no brain.
When left to my own devices, there's nothing I can't handle.
Another good way to get out of a slump is to revisit and reanalyze things you think you're already good at or already have down set. Are you really as good at flicking as you think you are? Do you actually know the maps as well as you think you do? What about your settings? Is your mouse sensitivity really perfect? I played with my mouse sense in the 40s for a long time and did well enough to solo queue to plat. However, I learned some things and decided to reanalyze my sensitivity and the way I played with it, and ended up switching to a lower sense, and can honestly say my aim is much better now than it ever was before, even though I was convinced at the time it was perfect. I also played for years with my aim on toggle and ended up switching it to hold. Again, at the time I was convinced it was the best setting, but since switching I have better movement and less mishaps with aiming. Revisiting and reanalyzing old skills and settings and seeking to improve them might just be what you need to reach a new skill level and get out of your slump.
We need to outthink them as well as outshoot them.
Another way to get out of a slump is to change your playstyle. This kind of incorporates my first point of learning new things. Because it is likely your MMR has gone up and the people you're playing against have higher skill level than you're used to, they don't fall for the same tricks, and your habits, routines, and playstyle just won't work like it did before. I've noticed new players have a habit of crouch walking everywhere. At lower levels this can work for people, but at higher levels of play, people generally have a good idea of their opponent's locations, be it from cams, callouts, or just experience and good game sense. Players also tend to move and peak faster at higher levels of play, and someone crouch walking everywhere is just a slow moving easy target. I'm not trying to say you should never crouch walk, and this crouch walking thing may not even apply to you. However, my point remains the same. Whatever you were doing before and however you were doing it doesn't work anymore, and you're going to have to evolve and adjust accordingly.
Don't lose your cool no matter what happens.
In conclusion, I just want to say that Siege can be an incredibly frustrating game. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of effort to do well in, but if you stick with it and take the time to learn and improve, push through these slumps, it can be a very rewarding experience. With that being said, don't let it destroy your mental health. I myself have raged out and behaved in ways I'm ashamed of. Sometimes the best thing you can do is do something else that you enjoy and makes you happy. Play a chill game that's relaxing. Go out and do some exercise, whatever. Remember, you're playing the game. Don't let the game play you. So that's it. I hope this video was helpful. Please consider a like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and thanks for watching.